Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As a former shopping mall employee, I have a lot of experiences in different shopping destinations here in Davao City. But which of these are the best in my opinion? Well, let's do a tier list. Hello, I'm Kenneth Porio, and it's time to go online.
From Davao City in southern Philippines. This is Kenneth Porio online.
Hi guys, I'm Kenneth Porio, a teacher based here in the Philippines, and a former shopping mall employee. If you're new to this channel, why not click that subscribe button below? And if you are insisting to be updated with my latest videos, the bell icon is just there for you. Alright? So, shopping malls. The best places to be. Well, as a former shopping mall employee, I would really want to rank the institutions of shopping here in Davao City. Well, as you may know, Davao City has a lot of shopping malls, contrast to what others would say. But what I'm showing to you are those that I would rank in this tier list over here. No? So, the malls I included here are included because of these categories. Number one, it has to have a supermarket. Like a bunch of goodies available in that supermarket. Second, a full-scale department store with different departments like clothing, furniture, kitchenwares, and all of those good stuff. Third, 30 tenants or more. Like a lot of tenants are residing in that mall. Fourth, additional amenities like cinemas, functioning or not, food court, sports facilities, events facilities, etc. and etc. And parking space for at least 100 cars. So, here we are, the top shopping malls of Davao City. So I'm using a tier list maker, and if you want to try this out, I would include it. The link there is in the description below. So we have 9 malls in this category, and we will start from oldest to the newest shopping mall in this category. No? Sorry if your favorite one isn't here because I had stated the criteria. Well, the opinions I'll be making are all my own, no intentional bias. It doesn't speak about whatever company I'm into, just my honest review of these malls. So let's go rank them all. Okay, so the first one I would rank is NCCC Mall VP, or its old name, Victoria Plaza. The first ever shopping destination or shopping mall in Davao region or Southern Mindanao, opened in 1993. Well, this was recently bought out by no less than NCCC in 2019. Well, in my opinion, this was an institution because all of the brands that came from Manila and outside or abroad came over here first, set up shop first in NCCC Mall VP or Victoria Plaza. No, the first mall that we have, like the fountain, Ferris wheel, merry-go-round, all of these facilities there, an event center, an atrium wherein lots of events were held, parking space, and a lot of events were held there, and restaurants, no, mid-tier restaurants, I tell you, and all of those, no. But everything went downhill, like in the 2010s or so, when they were forced into like administration or something. No, they were seized by the banks, and there you go. NCCC bought the property. Well, in its current state, well, I would say it's seen better days. So, I would want to rank NCCC Mall PP right over here, C rank. Um, yes, it has the same service NCCC, but a touch of Victoria Plaza, a touch of something, no, because it had the supermarket that I used to be, Park and Shop, Boulangerie, which is now Bread Factory. They're still there. The people are still there, not in the same, not in the same thing, not in the same level as when they were in Park and Shop. No, the supermarket tenant of Victoria Plaza before. Well, the department store is still there, but a lot of them are complaining about the aircon currently here in Victoria Plaza and CCC Mall VP. The aircon is still not functioning there, so I can't judge for myself why it has to be in C. Well, yeah, the items, the goodies are always there. The goodies are there, but it lacks that uh, comforting feeling. It's stuck in the past. I'm telling you, NCC Mall VP is really stuck in the past. I gotta tell you, it's the design, the architecture. It's really a reminiscence of the 90s. Sorry about that, NCC Mall VP. You have to redevelop the property. Gotta tell you. So now let's go to the next one, which is Gaisano Grand City Mall Illustre, opened in 1997. Now, this is like one of those shopping malls that you would want to hang out before when you were kids, or if you were uh, you were a teenager on those days, you would want to frequent this shopping mall because maraming mga amenities na makikita mo doon, like yung parang yung basketball court, may basketball court doon, no? It had cinemas, yes. It had food court, no? Ang dami. Pero yun nga lang, dadaan ka sa department store. That's the caveat, no? But like I said, it also went downhill around in the early 2000s, late 2000s, no, because of the increasing competition, like the mall that I will be showing next. No, it's it's never in the same vibe anymore. Uh, Once it went, uh, you know, yeah, by its former name, it used to be called JS Gaisano Mall. No, JS Gaisano yan siya dati. Then it was acquired by Gaisano Grand later on, and all of which went downhill. Can I blame them for their downfall? Well, I don't know. It could probably be because of mismanagement, I think, or just because of increasing competition, and this mall went out of style. I gotta tell you. And if you visit right now, Gaisano Grand, the top floor where the cinemas are, it's nothing. You can't go there without saying, huh? It it's stuck in the past, and wala na. It's derelict and wala na. Wala ka na mapupuntahan doon sa top floor. Sa totoo lang, no? On the top floor there used to be like the event space there, but it doesn't work anymore, no? So it remains a shell of its former self. Still has the supermarket and the department store, but it's seen better days. And I don't like the cleanliness of their grocery store compared to NCCC Mall VP. Uh, it's meh at best. Yung kalinisan ng kanilang frozen section, yuck. I don't like their frozen section. It is like infested with dirt. It's really dirty. Well, NCCC Mall, when they restored the when they acquired the supermarket department, they refurbished everything, and it's kind of like new again. No, and I like now their frozen section, but this one in Ilustre, you don't want to go there. So I'm gonna put Gaisano Grand or JS Gaisano right over here. Dear. So, di talaga pwede. I don't I would want you to improve. You know, I saw the building now. It's repainted with the Gaisano Grand colors, and you should refurbish your interior just to be in line with your competitors. Sa totoo lang ha. Coming up next is this beauty over here, Gaisano Mall of Davao. No, it is the mall to be wherein I would say this is like a heaven for shoppers here in Davao City. No, and this mall, which was established in right around the late 90s, specifically 1997. No, so in 1997, not a lot of much shopping happened, but once Gaisano Mall of Davao or G Mall of Davao came in, boom, things went boom, economy went boom with the rise of Gaisano Mall of Davao. And right in the middle of 2010s, because of the increasing competition of the other malls, of these other malls here, like they really redesigned the interior, they redesigned their logos, their branding, all of that, and it improved immensely. I like what they have improved, and one of the very much liked improvements of G Mall of Davao is the peak, that uh, that particular space in the top floor of G Mall, and you find a lot of restaurants, and you see that fountain there, and and you have that particular architectural feature in the top part, no, and you get to ride escalators na alfresco alfresco escalators, a lot of restaurants there, and it's a nice place to hang out, no, the peak here in G Mall. And um you would see a lot of tenants here in Gmall, and you gotta appreciate how nice it is, no, and how organized they are in arranging their tenants, no, and you have like the spazio wherein you have all of these cell phone shop. This particular space in Gmall, I really hate, as in kung dadaan ka doon, wagi ka dito, like payo ka sir, na yung mga tao dito, payo ka sir, open line, repair, basta magangad dyan na sila, magpa-charge ka, charging port, mga na, water damage sir. yoko na. So I avoid that part of the mall, as in ayoko na, sasakit lang yung ulo mo doon kung dadaan ka doon sa mga cellphone shops doon sa Gmall. No, but then I really appreciate how really organized Gmall is, to be honest, no, and how good it has become. Like, it is one of the largest, if not the largest, Gaisano Mall in the whole of the Philippines, no. So imagine, by floor area, and I like it. No, you can look around, like you don't want to like roam every part of the mall, no. But yeah, it's a nice place to be. It's great to be here. Oh, ito yun. It's great to be here, G Mall of Davao. I'm putting it in A tier. Yes, it's A. Because in terms of events, yes, there are events in Gmall way before the pandemic, but it's not like the other mall I'll be mentioning soon. No, wherein like events that draws a lot of people. That's Gmall of Davao in A tier. Next, I'll be mentioning is another icon, a national chain mall. It's SM City Davao. SM City Davao opened just in the early 2000s. No, it's one of the malls that were the prominent location in the southern part of Davao City. Like the southern part, like the Matina, Boulevard, the Bangkal, Toril, all of that. Those who that live in the south of Davao come over in SM City Davao. No, so it opened in November of 2001, and it's one of those malls that you really wish that you were there when you were a kid. Yeah, I wish we had an SM here in Davao, and it came true in 2001. I was just 10 years old back then, and things were really great here in SM Davao. No, so sorry, I have my brother here. Hi. Okay, so yeah, SM. No. So SM Davao, ito yung tambayan ng mga taga South. Ito yung parang social na mall, as in the social mall, as in social. Ito yung mga fini-frequent because in SM you have all of these international brands that you have, no, international and local brands that you only find in Manila came over here in Davao, like these exclusive brands, no, and it was SM that pioneered all of these things that uh, people wish to have, like rewards cards, because of the SM Advantage card, no, the SMAC, no. Other malls in here in Davao followed, no. So it was SM Davao that pioneered rewards for its customers. Like I have my SM Advantage card here, no. So nakaka lingaw kaayo magmalling diri sa SM Davao, no. So it's I want you really want to roam around SM Davao, though it's really large. It's a large property. It's a large mall, no. Though architecture wise, yeah, it's only 2 floors. Nothing much to it. 2 or 3 floors. It's really boring to shop in SM Davao if you've been frequenting this mall. It sometimes it kind of makes you bored to go to an SM. Sa tinod lang. And price wise, their supermarket, bar none, very reasonable prices, bar none. And the famous SM Bonus generic brand, it's there, no, it's of good quality. SM Bonus is of good quality. I like SM Bonus stuff. So where do I put SM City Davao in terms of the ranking? No, I would put SM City Davao in A. Kasama kay Gmall of Davao. Well, bakit naman? Well, SM for its bells and whistles, no, magandang mall itong SM Davao, no, compared to other malls in Davao City. Well, nga lang, if you want to stage events, you have to use the events center in the atrium of the annex building, which is so small. Ang liit. Maliit masyado yung annex na atrium ng SM Davao. Compared to before that they have like an event center. It's one room before, no? Before they expanded, they had an event center which is like closed and open to it's an open area. It was not an open area, it's like a very closed space, no, which is it was good, but it should have been better, no. But I appreciate that. But now that they have like an open space, like event area, atrium style in the annex building, yeah, yeah, you have a lot of audiences, pero it's kind of awkward to hold events there now. If it's not a secure event, or if it's like a concert or something, yeah, it's good. No, it's just good for concerts and all of these performance events, but not much else. No, but otherwise, it goes to the A ranks, same level with Gmall. Okay, which of these I would include next? Well, let's start with its sister mall, SM Lanang Premier. No? So, SM Lanang is the sister mall of SM City Davao. It's located in Lanang, Davao City. It's in the north. So, those who live in the north, including me, would want to go to SM Lanang Premier because it's nearer than SM City Davao. SM Lanang, it's the same banana with SM City Davao, except it has a bigger SM store or the department store. It has a bigger department store. It has a bigger supermarket, though it's not branded hypermarket, it's just supermarket, but in terms of size, it should have been a hypermarket. No, hypermarket sana yan, yung SM Lanang na supermarket nila. It should be a hypermarket. No? So, another amenity of SM Lanang Premier is SMX Convention Center. No? This is where all the events, corporate events are held here in SM Lanang Premier, the SMX Convention Center. It's like the top event location here in Davao. Top. Just before the pandemic, it had the largest selection of events that were held here in SM Lanang Premier's SMX Convention Center. No, ang daming pangyayari that happened, concerts, conventions, corporate events, like where graduations, lahat andyan sa SM Lanang Premier. And yeah, the cinemas are like the top line of the one of the top line cinemas here in Mindanao. No, IMAX theater is there, an IMAX theater is there, and very large capacity mall cinemas, one of the largest here in Mindanao. It's in SM Lanang Premier, and the complex itself, it's a very diverse complex, no, and you have a imagine you have a hotel beside it, the Park Inn by Radisson Davao. No, it is there. No, it's a hotel beside a shopping mall. It's a good place to stay if you are coming in Davao for corporate events and it's held in SMX. You should stay in Park Inn. No, andoon. No, and lately it had an hospital. Meron na siyang hospital malapit dyan sa complex sa SM Lanang. So it's a good place. No, it's a lot of stuff going on in SM Lanang. No, and well, how do I rank this one? Let's put it in the S tier. S tier itong SM Lanang Premier. Bar none. No. Well, SM Lanang is like very good organization of its tenants, its supermarket, its department store. Very clean, very organized. It feels very comfortable shopping in SM Lanang. No, compared to SM City Davao, no, it's higher above that SM. It's a higher tiered SM here in Davao. SM Lanang Premier. You got it all for you. Whew. Okay, what next? Let's start with the first Ayala Mall in Mindanao, Abriza Mall. It opened 2012 and it had a lot of people that wanting to be there, no? It is located in Bahada, so it favors the people living in the north of Davao, no? So what's with Abrisa, no, that others don't have, no? Well, it has condos beside this complex, no? Ang daming condo na malapit sa Abrisa Mall. Like the Abrisa Towers, the Inspiria, the Aeon Towers that it's about to open soon, no? Those who live in those condos will want to shop in Abrisa, no? And Abrisa has one of the largest atriums in Davao City. So, if you're holding an event, a concert, madaming tao makakapanood, no? So, that's one of the advantage of Abrisa. And the anchor tenants there, like Robinson's Department Store, Robinson's Supermarket, ando naman. It's got what you need, no? And the tenants are really top notch, no? Top notch tenants you have there, and you know the parking space. It's a bliss to park in Abrisa daw. No, even if it's under the ground, no, yeah, it's kind of tight, but works well, serves its purpose well. So, where do I put Abrisa in the list? Well, I'll align it with A tier. It's an A tier mall. I got it. A for Abrisa. A is for Abrisa. So it's in the A tier. What it just lacks is space for corporate events, and that's it. No, the cinemas are okay, but it's kind of tiny. The cinemas in Abrisa are tiny, very small. So I wouldn't recommend if you want to watch movies. You might get claustrophobic in Abrisa. No, you'll get claustrophobic. It's very small. But they have the seating is quite good. The cinema seating is quite good, and you have time zone. Okay, what's next? Well, we have all of the youngest malls now in Davao remaining. So let's start first with the sister mall of G Mall of Davao, G Mall of Toril. So it's in Toril, the southernmost part of Davao City. So this favors those who live in Toril, Talomo, Ulas, Bago Aplaya, even the neighboring Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur. They also shop at G Mall of Toril. So, what do I say about G Mall? It's a tiny, smaller version of G Mall of Davao. No, it has the same stuff there. Though it's just kind of small, jam-packed in terms of how they lay out their tenants. So, yeah. And most of the mall is al fresco. It doesn't have air conditioning. So, but it's okay if you want open air shopping. It's okay if you go to J Mall of Toril. But if you really want like a full air conditioned experience, don't try this mall because sometimes in hot days medyo alimuot sa sulod sa G Mall. Well, not on the level of NCCC Mall VP. Hindi naman ganun kalala yung kanilang aircon situation doon sa G Mall of Toril, no? Since al fresco naman yung layout nila compared to NCCC Mall na closed space talaga siya. So, yun. Yan yung kagandahan lang sa G Mall of Toril, no? So, not much stuff you can do in G Mall of Toril. The event space in their atrium, it's very, very tiny. And if you want to hold a concert, expect small audience, no, here in J Mall Toril, no. But then it still is a mall that you can frequent to. Well, just before the pandemic, a lot of stores there are kind of similar that you can see in J Mall of Davao, no. Just fewer. But then it serves its purpose. It's still a J Mall, and I like the architecture. The layout is very good. But and the cinemas, yeah, they're small but very reasonable rates, no. And it's at par with J Mall of Davao. So, well, I would put J Mall of Toril here in B. B siya. It's a good mall, but it's just a smaller mall. No, a smaller version of a mall that you want to enter in. No, J Mall of Toril in Davao City. Okay, next that I would rank, these are malls that just are beside each other. To tell you the fact, magkatabi lang itong mga malls na ito. But what I would rank first is Quezano Grand City Gate Mall here in Buhangin, where I live. No, Quezano Grand City Gate. It opened in 2018. No, it's a mall that tries to be like a premier mall here in Davao, but because of its location in the uptown of Davao City, yeah, it's not yet that developed. No, it's not yet there at the levels of the bigger malls here in Davao. It doesn't have much tenants yet because yun yeah, the location is not yet like the prime location you might want to expect, because not much development yet in Buhangin, unless we would see those condos, those subdivisions get flourished in the Buhangin area. This would have been a good place to shop. Yeah, the prices are very cheap, very reasonable. No, the department store nga lang, it's really no, uh, not much to shop, or not much items that you can get in their department store, no. But in their supermarket, very good, no, for its size, for its location, no. It's a good place to shop for a lot of stuff. And uh, frankly, they have a lot of international brands or international goods or foreign goods are also there in Quezano City Gate, no. Nga lang, because of the changes, because of the pandemic, they used to have like the fountain, pero ginawa nilang parang event area, and it doesn't look nice, no. I don't like it doesn't look nice anymore. You know, the elevator used to function, pero wala na. There used to be like the arcade area slash cinema, wala nang, because of pandemic, wala, no. So sayang itong mall na ito dito sa Buhangin. So where do I rank Quezano City Gate? Well, lagyan ko siya dito sa C. Kasama niya yung NCCC Mall VP. It has a lot of potential, but it's not yet there. Not yet there. Sorry na lang. It's not yet there. Quezano City Gate, kahit malaki kayo na shopping mall, sayang ang parang bad timing yung pag-open ninyo eh. Naabutan kayo ng pandemic at hindi kayo nakapag-expand. Sayang nga lang. You should have a lot of tenants there. No, dapat marami kayong tenants. And the last mall that I would rank, NCCC Mall Buhangin. Yung katabi niyang mall ni Quezano Grand. Yung katabi lang niya, NCCC Mall Buhangin na. Rival na shopping mall. It's a shall we say, a replacement of the burned out NCCC Mall Davao, which had a fire in 2017. Ito yung kapalit niya, NCCC Mall Buhangin. It's a smaller version of what was the NCCC Mall Davao in Maa. And nasayang talaga yung NCCC Mall Maa. Rest in peace, NCCC Mall Davao. No, it should have been that mall that rose up to the top, but it caught fire, and the remnants are now in NCCC Mall Buhangin. No, so what should I say of this mall? Yeah, it's more modern compared to the neighboring Gisano Grande. It has a more modern architecture, a layout, just right layout for its tenants. And it has a food court, it has cinemas, which I really love the seating of the cinema. It's kind of at par with G Mall and SM malls, so I really like you feel comfortable shopping in NCCC Mall Buhangin, and you know it's like open air. The layout of it's small. It's kind of good, though. If you want to hold events, it's not yet there. The event area is very small. It's tiny. It's just one. It's one room in a. It's a part of the room. It's a room in the third floor, which is very tiny. I wish they used that atrium area, the center area of NCCC Mall Buangin as their events area. Well, because its proximity to the supermarket, it's not possible. Well, it has restaurants. It's good restaurants, but wala pa yung mga mga chain stores like Jollibee, because there is a Jollibee in G Grand, Gisano City Gate. I wish they had KFC there or Shakey's or Pizza Hut para naman maiba. Dapat may KFC na dapat sa Buhangin, di ba? Dapat meron na yun. Baka naman. So, where do I rank NCCC Mall Buhangin? I would say I'll put it in B tier C NCCC Mall Buhangin. No. Yes, it's just a tiny version of what should have been NCCC Mall Maa, NCCC Mall Davao. It's a smaller resemblance, no. So the supermarket is small, the department store is small, but it served its purpose, no. So wala namang problema actually when you go shop at NCCC Buhangin, no. Nga lang, because of pandemic, walang cinema, walang food court, okay lang. So, I'm good with that. So, this is the tier list for my review of the shopping malls here in Davao City. SM Lanang Premier is S rank, as in S rank talaga siya. Walang katulad si SM Lanang. So, A tier, Abrisa, G Mall, and SM City Davao. A tier yan sila. B tier, J Mall of Toril, NCCC Buhangin. B tier. C, NCCC Mall VP at saka si City Gate. C tier. D tier, Gisano Grand Illustre. Diyos ko, hugaw kayo dito. So, all of these malls, that's are my opinion, based lang ito sa opinion ko ha. So, bahala na kayo kung, ewan ko kung gusto nyo ito or ano. So, do you like my ranking? Or it should have been different? Tell in the comments below. No? So, if you like this video, click the like button there. And if you would want to be updated with my latest videos, subscribe. Tapos, andyan ang bell icon. Pindutin nyo yan. So, as always, thanks for your support. And thanks for being online. See you. Bye-bye.